Hello, welcome back. Happy Sunday morning. It's about 9:20 a.m. here on Oahu, and I wanted to show this piece a little bit because it relates to the comment I got from about a big boom. Actually, I had to read that because I kept switching the letters off in my head. So about a big boom. It's talking about a nice twisting vine wand that they made, and this piece reminded me in the way it curves in a not quite the same, but in a similar manner. So I've pulled it out for consideration. I'm going to get two wands out of this, I think, and both are going to be unique. This one looks more like a broken off skeleton hand here, awfully real freaking dirty, but this is a piece of Ironwood Pine, and it's probably hard for you to see, but there are knots everywhere. It's actually, at one point it was similar to this. So most of these have broken off. Bark is off. It's got dirt on it from where it was laying on the ground. It feels pretty solid though. This is actually going to be a heavier wand, I think. And so I'll probably start with this end, and I think that I can probably use a similar corkscrew thing if I draw it out and stick to it and the wand cooperates on here to try to, because there's a natural gap in here. And if you look at these trees here on Oahu, well, you probably can't look at these trees here in Oahu, but if you look at the Ironwood pines, they twist, right? Especially the bigger ones, you can see it where it looks like they corkscrew themselves. And so that might actually be possible here with one of these, and I'll probably use this end in case I screw it up, but we haven't really evaluated it for that yet. There's a lot of dirt on this thing still. Usually I have tendency not see the dirt so much when I pick these things up, but this would be deadfall. I think this was from the Aiea trail loop, I think. Yeah. So, and if you have seen that Microsoft Windows screen lock, excuse me, where the highway goes into the tunnel and the mountains are in the background, that's you get the same view from that overlook, from that trail itself. So this came from Aiea trail, deadfall. I'm not. It might seem kind of counterintuitive, but I'm really not concerned with some of these cracks. I mean, they could be a problem later on, but one, you can't really prevent them when you're working with deadfall and damn it. Oh shit. I cussed with them. I guess I made it longer than 3 minutes before I started cussing. You can't really prevent it with deadfall and driftwood, and this feels exceptionally sturdy. So I think it'll be okay. I'm just not sure. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, okay, there's a little groove right here, but there may not be symmetrical grooves, and they may not work all the time. So I don't know. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably just red mark my grooves in here, that if I can find them. It may not cooperate like that, but I mean, I'm not going to force it to. This is probably going to be difficult to work, I think, because all the knots. But it's not where we're at quite yet. Let's go. It's not going to leave enough. We'll just cut it a little short. That way if it gets screwed up, you know, I still have plenty to work with on the other end. I'm left-handed, so this is going to be, there we go, table to the, you see that? Kind of, sort of. I moved the camera angle up, so I'm trying to make sure I don't get other people's license plates and crap like that in here. There we go. Alright, set this off to the side. Get this freaking... Alright, good enough. There's some dirt still in here. Let me get a stiffer one. Alright, mostly off. Alright. It's got a nice heft to it. I'm still feeling crumbly crap. That's a technical term. Here on the back end of it. Just go ahead and use this specialized tool I have to get rid of some of it. Yeah, check that out. It's hard to buy one of these, you know. All right. Having flashbacks from the dirt all over that last one that didn't make it. What's my time? Actually, I have to pay attention because I gotta make brunch here for too much longer. Man, that's a really nice hefty feel. Really nice. I mean, we do got some curves going on here, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure about much, actually, if I'm being honest. I don't know how this is going to turn out. And so let me kind of tell you what I'm thinking right now. Since this is all going to be hand tooled, you know. There's a nice knot right here. And smooth some of these edges out. They aren't rough, they just aren't kind of soft. Some of these are, it'd be a little bit irritating, but there's a nice knot here for the thumb. The handle's like the right size anyhow. Some sanding. I don't think I'm gonna need to do anything else to it. The one does point up in this way, and the corkscrew is going to kind of determine that, because somebody can always put something on the inside of it. Because if we get the corkscrew right, and we may not, then you can always slip something in the end of the corkscrew, and then that'll be the focal point, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. Let's take a look. Right. This thing is dirty as hell. I mean, I picked it up off the ground, so that's kind of, I guess it's kind of a dumb comment to make, but okay. So I feel like I've got maybe one here, but I don't know if that's going to work because this knot, these are pretty close together, and this one's probably going to overpower that. So let me just go ahead and mark where the big knots are, and then we'll see if it makes sense after that, right? So we got a big knot there, there, and here. Let's just go over it. Okay. Smaller one here, but that's not what we're looking for. Of course, we got a big one here. Big one here. This one is elevated. Oh, it must be cloudy. Okay. Not standing out as much as I would hope. There's a somewhat of a knot here. And I'm hoping just to find these indentations or raised points, and then find a groove between them. because it's going to be a lot easier than it's just, this is mostly just flat. And it could just be that this wasn't exposed to the sun for very long, and so it didn't start to develop branches. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of them mostly on this side, so this is probably where the sun was. There's another one right here. It's pretty pronounced. Yeah, because here on the end, I'm not feeling much, and that could be good though, because that gives us a little bit more freedom to try to work this out. It's probably not going to be a tight corkscrew either, because this may be where the corkscrew starts. But I've got another one right here. Yeah, it's unfortunate because all of them are here on these sides, and unless somebody wants to kind of hold the wand counterintuitively, then they're all going to be down here. So that's a little kind of sort of really sucks. All right. May not be able to pull that off. And I think it'll hold together with this crack right here, but you know, that's, I guess, just something we're going to see. Regardless, I could use the practice, right? So some of these you'll see that there's a knot or something, but it's not raised up, so it's not going to be quite the feature. These are together here, little path right here potentially, here, around. Okay, that'll work there. Okay. So what may happen is we just have to base it off of these underlying ones and just not have the cool knotty features on the top, which kind of sucks. All right, so let's think about this again. Got a path here, here, here. Then we've got this area right here. That'd be a big, dictated by this. Okay. This is gonna take forever. All right, so there's a couple things I've thought of here. If we're gonna do this, now I would actually carve the grooves first a little bit, just to make sure, shallowly, to see if it's gonna make aesthetic sense to do this, or I just accentuate because I would rather do it that way, but or I can to accentuate these existing features. And if I do that though, each area is going to have to get worked on its own, including the spaces between. So that's why I said it was going to take forever. Would it be easier with power tools? Yeah, it would, but that's not me. I do actually. Hold on a second here. Let's. So here's a piece of lemon eucalyptus, also from the same trail. This is going to be a challenging one. It looks like a bad mustache, you know. But that's not the greatest marketing names. All right, I have several of these. Some are thicker than others. I think this is my thickest one though. I mean, it'll work. So the spacing's about right. So I guess if we started off with this knot, potentially. Let's take a look. That, there, there, there. This is a little wide. There, there. That's not going to work. There. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. All right, let's think about this. Works to there. A little wide there. That's fine. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off. Mostly because they're so close together, it's not going to give me much ramp time there. You know what I mean? It's almost like I'll be cutting the groove and then just kind of shaping the rest, which might just be the way to do it. But see here, I've got a double width here, but I don't have a triple, so I'm not sure. That'll make it look a little wide. Right here, here, not gonna work. Here, not gonna work. All right, need some more thinking it. There. A little close. I have to fudge some of these. That might actually work. Well, what am I always saying? Screw it, let's do it. Alright, so let's go with a... Here's my end goal here. That angle's not going to work. Okay. It's not going to be perfect. Doesn't have to be, does it? Alright, so in case it's kind of hard to see, that's where it's at so far, and this is the start of the lawn. So So that works so far. This is a pretty wide one, so I'm gonna have to do a groove, then be another groove over here. So let's just take a look, shall we? We already knew we were going to have trouble there. Let's just pass this over. Oh, shit. Okay. I have to widen that one. Here, get out my eraser. Widen this one. Pass through, pass by, there we go, pass by, nice. And that leaves the top of the spiral here, which is not actually ideal for me personally, but whatever. All right. A little disappointed right here. It's going to be obvious that there are, I mean, I could widen this a little bit, and widen this a little bit to make it look less, it's about an 1/8, 16th, 1/8 of an inch difference that I'll have to make. Not bad. All right, so we got our red lines. We got our red lines that shall be crossed. We got our red lines here. Let's check the time. All right, I got time for probably another video. I'll be going over these things, and I'll largely be using a chisel to do it. So there we go. That's what we're going to attempt. I think it'll work. It's pretty solid stuff. Tip looks good, really good, and yeah, there we go. So we know what we're doing next video. And yep, big thanks to Bada Big Boom for the inspiration. Yeah, hell yeah, cool. See ya.